Our stats of the day are brought to you by Panini America, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show. I got one of those bonker stat of the days here. I got a few of them. And I was watching baseball yesterday. That's not breaking news. Marvin, what are you doing? Why are you pressing the button with your small hands?
Wow, that's hurtful, but accurate.
Okay.
It's Friday.
Shohei Ohtani. I had to watch. He's at Fenway, and I wanted to see how he was going to do hitting-wise. He had a single off-the-green monster. Marv, can you play it? I hope this does justice to the sound of this, leaving his bat and hitting the wall.
Nobody out. A run in here in the 8th. Ohtani sends one the other way. That one's off the ball, Scott.
Okay, that's not real.
No, that is real.
That's enhanced.
No. First of all, there's certain guys when the ball leaves the bat. You know, Jock Peterson, when he was with the Dodgers, he would hit, when he hit a home run, it would be like you heard it and you go, that's gone. There's certain guys that the ball leaves their bat in a different way. And Ohtani, play it again, Marv.
Nobody out. A run in here in the 8th. Ohtani sends one the other way. That one's off the lawn, Scott.
I loved it. Oh, my God. It was so great. I thought, and then he pitched great. I think he had 11 strikeouts. Now, here is your stat of the day. And it has to do with Shohei Ohtani. There are only 2 starting pitchers to record hits at Fenway in the designated hitter era. 2 all time in the designated hitter era. So back in the early 70s. Shohei Ohtani had a couple of base knocks yesterday. Roger Clemens, 1996.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that what? Stat of the day.
By the way, this program, award nominated, brought to you by Discover. Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and at Target now through June. Learn more at discover.com/rewards. Limitations apply. We have play of the day, stat of the day, poll question. Who's doing the poll question honors because Seaton's not here? Oh, Paulie is.
Yeah, I'll do a few.
Okay,
here's one. We have a couple. I'm going to save the NIL one for later.
Ooh.
You mentioned Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of years, many people have said in the media and baseball that Shohei Ohtani, as great of a story as it is, maybe he should go with pitching or hitting, maximize those, focus on those, and become a great hitter or a great pitcher instead of I think it's fair to say he's very good at both.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the poll. Shohei Ohtani should focus on either being a hitter or pitcher to maximize one of them for the rest of his career. Stay a two-way player for his entire career in the big leagues.
You got to stay a two-way player as long as you can. Because this is unique. This isn't Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was a great pitcher, stopped pitching, and then became one of the great hitters of all time. Babe did pitching and hitting for around 2 years, I think, 2 seasons. But Shohei Ohtani is sort of Bo Jackson. You know, Bo was a good baseball player and a good running back. Now, had he picked one, he probably would have been a Hall of Famer. If he was a baseball player full-time, he probably would have been a Hall of Famer. But he's sort of that unicorn. Deion did it as well, but Bo is a better baseball player than Deion. This is something that hasn't happened. I don't know if we're going to see more of this, but Shohei Ohtani has global appeal. I mean, this is just unique that you're watching. You go out of your way to watch him. Shohei Ohtani has that. And, you know, the ability to pitch and throw hard and strike out people. I always like to see how a pitcher is striking people out. Is it called strikes or is it swinging? And he had 11 strikeouts yesterday at Fenway. 29 times the Red Sox swung and missed. That's the most by any pitcher so far this season. A lot of times, though, you can have this debate with hitters. They'll say, hey, if I'm swinging, I'm on it. It's when they locate it and you don't swing. That's the difference. Because you go, that guy's got great stuff, but I'm swinging and I'm on it. Whereas, man, he is just placing the ball and I can't get to it. That to me is more frustrating. If I felt like, okay, I'm on this, I'm missing it, but I'm on this, as opposed to he's painting the corners there. That would frustrate me more. Yeah, Paul.
Off the poll question, I hear a lot of guys on MLB Network say, if he focused on one, there's a lot of mental strain in preparing for hitters and preparing for pitchers. I think John Smoltz talked about that and said it is a mental strain more than a physical strain. But if he picked pitching and was even a Cy Young winner, or if he picked hitting and won the Triple Crown, he wouldn't be special anymore. He wouldn't be like you said, globally unique. No one does this in football.
But he's an MVP candidate.
He won it last year.
Yeah, but he's an MVP candidate. Him and Mike Trout are the two top MVP candidates this year.
If he removed either one, he wouldn't be an MVP candidate, probably.
Hitting wise, he could be MVP. Pitching wise, he wouldn't be MVP. But if you're gonna, he's got so much power. He's a 5-tool player. Last year, the Dodgers had the two top MVP candidates preseason: Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger. I was wondering when's the last time you had two teammates who were the favorites for MVP. You got Mike Trout and you got Shohei Ohtani. The thing that you see sometimes with younger players is they will run. Shohei had almost 30 stolen bases. He was probably trying to go 30 for 30. That's a lot nowadays. Remember, Mike Trout ran in the beginning. A lot of players will run in the beginning, and then all of a sudden they don't run anymore. Until that stolen base is back and has value attached to it, you're not going to have too many guys steal bases, unless they're stealing bases just to get a 30 for 30 under their belt. But would you rather be the Hall of Very Good Shohei Ohtani? So you're really good, but you're not going to be a Hall of Famer. But you're the unicorn. Baseball will be writing about you for decades. Or would you rather be, I'm going to be just a hitter, or I'm just going to be a pitcher? Man,
You could be Bo Jackson or Frank Gore. Frank Gore, consistent, 1,200 yards a season.
Well, no, I can't have Frank Gore in there.
That's a very
Shohei
fair
Ohtani. No, Frank Gore was never the best running back.
That's the point. He was in the Hall. He was consistently good, and he's probably going to slide into the Hall of Fame, Frank Gore.
He's going to make the Hall of Fame.
Bo Jackson's not going to Hall of Fame for either sport.
Yeah.
But he is mythical.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. Yes, Marv.
Frank Gore doesn't have Nikes that I stood in line for to buy. Bo Jackson does.
Oh, you bought those, huh? Were those the cross trainers?
The cross trainers,
Yeah.
they re-released them. Like the thing about, sneaker talk, the stuff that you couldn't afford or that your mom wasn't going to pay $100 for when you become an adult, you start making okay money, I'm getting those. I wanted those in 1989. Frank Gore doesn't have those.
I'll sometimes walk in New York City, and I'll see a group of 15 guys outside a store, not open. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and it's not going to open until at least 10 or 11. And then I walk by. I said, "What's going on?" And they go, "Got a new sneaker dropping." And I go, "What time's the store open?" They said 11. I said, "It's 8:30." I said, "Oh yeah, they're people who stayed all night, all night."
Oh, it's a real thing. Like the episode of Entourage where Turtle waits in line for sneakers,
yeah.
and Vince doesn't understand. He's like, "For sneakers?" Like, yes, Vince, for sneakers.